club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Yeah, it's Donkey of the Day for Monday, November 18th. Goes to a police officer in Tucson, Arizona, named Manuel Van Santen. Now, we should be saying former police officer, because today is one of those stories where it really makes me just want to get back into bed and go to sleep. Like someone needs to just press reset on the Xbox that is America. When I hear stories like this, I lose faith in all mankind. And I am convinced that life is really a spoof. Like the Wayans brothers, Dave Chappelle and Neil Brennan, Key and Peele, Robin Thede and the Black Ladies Sketch Show, they all got their ability to do what they do from God. Okay, when the Bible says God created man in his own image according to his likeness, those sketch writers is what he was talking about. Because, man, I'm not even going to attempt to tell you what Manuel Van Santen did and why he is at the center of an internal affairs investigation at the Pima County Sheriff's Office. I'm just going to go straight to the news report, and we'll talk about it afterwards. Let's go to KOLD CBS 13 for the report, please.
Get the off of me! Get the off of me, bro!
Only on KOLD News 13 tonight, we are getting a look at explosive new video of a controversial arrest involving a Pima County Sheriff's deputy and a 15-year-old who has no legs or arms.
Well, Dan, I showed that video to the Pima County Sheriff's Department just a little while ago. They had not seen the video before, and once they watched it, they did begin an internal investigation. Now, this incident happened a couple of months ago, but that video is just now coming to light. The 8-minute video begins with a deputy on top of the 15-year-old boy, wrestling him to the floor with shouting and swearing. Later, it also shows that same deputy arrests the 16-year-old boy who shot most of the video.
He's eating the bowl of cereal. He puts the bowl of cereal down. He puts his hand behind his back, and now the deputy's going to slam his head into the wall.
And he's completely restrained at this point and is not trying to resist arrest.
Now, those two teenagers were arrested. They were taken to juvenile jail and booked for disorderly conduct. That case right now is being prosecuted by the Pima County Attorney's Office.
I'm confused.
A quadruple amputee, meaning he has no arms, no legs.
Correct. I got that part.
What are you confused about?
He said he put his arm behind his back to arrest him.
That confused me, too. He said his hand. That confused me.
That confused me. Then why would he have to throw the guy on the floor?
Listen, that's my main thing. How do you wrestle a 15-year-old quadruple amputee to the ground and pin him down? It's so much wrong with this story and video. First of all, you don't wrestle a quadruple amputee to the ground. We saw the video. He wasn't in a wheelchair. He wasn't in a chair. So no, the video doesn't show Manuel wrestling the young man to the floor. It shows the deputy playing a game of limbo. Okay, how low can you go, ass cop? Because he had to get on the floor to even wrestle with the young man to begin with. Because why? He was already on the ground. All right? When I tell you there was absolutely no reason for this cop to do this, I mean not one justification, okay? A young man from Philly named Meek Mill once said, how you wake up in the morning feeling evil? And that's a question I have for Manuel Van Santen. Like, what is your problem? What are you mad at, okay? What are you upset about? Okay, what you mad at? Did you ask him to show you his hands and he didn't? Well, it's because he couldn't, okay? What you gonna say, he was resisting arrest? With what? How? Was the suspect fleeing on foot and you had to run after him and tackle him to the ground? No, of course he wasn't, because he doesn't have any feet. All right? Not to mention, Manuel, the question I have for you, once you subdue this threat, and I put threat in air quotes, once you subdue this threat, this man with no hands and no feet, where are you going to put your handcuffs? I'm going to go out on what this man you assaulted doesn't have, and that's a limb, and say this internal investigation is some BS, because there's nothing to investigate. Okay, I have eyes. I saw a video. Manuel, you are a cop. You have all the power, a badge and a gun. There's absolutely no reason for a man with no arms and no legs to be considered a threat to you whatsoever. Okay, not only should Manuel be fired from being a police officer, Manuel shouldn't be allowed to work anywhere ever again. Like, who is going to hire a person with this type of character? I judge people based off how they treat people who can't do anything for them. There is nothing this quadruple amputee could do for you, sir. Okay, I mean that literally. He couldn't hand you anything. He couldn't open the door for you. He couldn't roll a joint for you. They couldn't even do the cha-cha slide together because the man has no feet. All right, now Pima County Sheriff Mark Napier said it is premature to talk about potential discipline of the deputy or possible changes in departmental training. This is why I hate the process when it comes to stuff like this. Like, everything doesn't need a process. Everything doesn't need an investigation, and this is one of those times. Anyone you have to train to not manhandle a quadruple amputee isn't worth doing the job you're training them to do to begin with. Please give Manuel Van Santine the biggest hee-haw. You still look so confused.
I am.
Why?
What could he have possibly done?
I have no idea.
He couldn't hit the cop. He didn't have a weapon, a gun or knife.
Not resisting. He's definitely not running away.
He couldn't run away.
Can't you ask him to show you my hands? Show me your hands. I wish I could. I wish I had him to show you, sir.
And how do you lock him up? Because he can't put cuffs on him. You pick him up and put him in the... I'm confused. You know what? All right. Thank you for the donkey today.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to make sense of the senseless. You're thinking logically about the illogical. Okay? Some things just are. I learned that in Stoicism. All right? Some things just are. This is just evil. Donkey Today is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.